Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a interesting situation. It's not really a disaster campaign. Basically, the rundown is that this guy's playing his campaign, he's doing just fine, and is about to, what he thinks, finish off the Dwarfs. They've only got one settlement left. He's brought Vlad with a pretty good army, I guess, over here, but he says he just can't figure out how to deal with it, and he just wonders if he wouldn't mind it if I showed him how to finish off the Dwarfs in this situation. So, we're out of movement on this turn. Now, first things first, just a quick, bit of criticism on the army here. There's no Necromancer in the army. You gotta put Necromancers in all your armies, especially, there's no excuse for it. Turn 109, you should have plenty of Necromancers by now. The Vargeists will be good for the siege, but Vampire Council, I think, are much better at fighting out in the field than in a siege situation. Having a look at these armies, they are recruiting. The gyrocopters will certainly be a concern. Same thing with gunners, but their melee units aren't really that much of a concern. We've got decent amount of magic, not huge amounts, and these are both very high level heroes and lords. So we'll do this and we'll see how we go, and maybe this could give you guys a bit of a help when you're in this situation. And you see, basically, what happens with the Dwarfs is that if you get them down to the last settlement, try not to let it be Mt Gunbad. I've done this before as well, where you're defeating the Dwarfs, and then you just gotta take Mt Gunbad. They'll end up fortifying it like crazy, because they can use the underway to just jump around, right? And they'll end up recruiting 4 or 5 armies in there. And unless you want to absolutely just throw tons and tons of forces at them, it's really difficult to get them out. So what I would advise is don't leave them with Mt Gunbad last. Take Mt Gunbad from them when they've still got 5 or 6 settlements, while it's not well defended. Let one of their minor settlements be the last one you take. Strategically, that's probably a better choice for you. Anyway, let's jump into this. So I've got to press end turn here. By the way, guys, I've decided that we'll do a little bit of a subscriber goal for March. It's been a while since I've done a This is Total War campaign. I don't really enjoy doing them that often, but since we're fairly close to 250k subs, I thought, okay, how about this? My birthday falls on this month, so how about this? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, sort of. If we can hit 250k subs by the end of March, I'll do another This is Total War campaign, okay? So, according to analytics, 50 to 60% of people who watch these videos aren't even subscribed. So if you're one of those people, I'm not mad, but if you don't want to, if you want to sub, get a This is Total War campaign. And if you don't know what that means, This is Total War campaigns are special challenge campaigns where I basically pick a faction and declare war on everyone and never accept a peace treaty. And basically suffer the entire campaign, more or less. Some This is Total War campaigns are more difficult than others, though. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this time. I might put it up on a Twitter poll. Which, by the way, follow me on Twitter. My tag is Total War Legend. Yes. Alright, so, enough of that. Let's get to this. Alright, so we're certainly outnumbered, 2 to 1, and we've taken attrition. Now, what we could try to do, we don't have Lightning Strike, so that doesn't work for us particularly well. We can raise the dead for a few extra troops. I'm not super concerned about any of these units here getting wiped out. Alright? It is far better that we just get rid of the Dwarfs, right? So let's work towards that. And it would be better if we could take them out a little bit at a time. Now, here's the thing. Looking at this, there's actually 5 forces here. It might look like 4. There's 4 armies, but there's also the garrison here. So if we attack any one of these, only 4 of these forces will show up. Most likely the most powerful ones, but it won't be all of them. So what I'm thinking, rather than going in and attacking head-on the garrison, why don't we attack this one here? This guy will come out from the back, which will allow us to close in on him really quickly, because he's got a lot of missile units in there. And because Vlad has Vanguard deployment for all of his forces, we'll be able to hit them straight away. Alright, so you got to level up. Let's see how you've been leveled. Yes, is all more or less correct. That'd actually be pretty handy in this coming situation, so get that. But yeah, I could really use a Necromancer. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to attack that one there. Now, they're in camp, so they're going to have extra melee defense. They're going to be even stronger than normal, but we'll see how we go. Alright. So the odds aren't amazing, but that's largely because the Dwarves are heavily favored in auto-resolve. So this army here, I expect, is actually going to show up from our rear. And these ones here are going to show up from our front. So we essentially have to fight 2 battles at once here. But you'll notice that not all of the forces showed up. Although, it was like a tiny one that didn't, so it's not that big of a win. So I'm thinking they're going to show up around here. Now, Dwarves are really slow to get organized, so they're going to be... We'll have a few minutes to sort them out. And plus, Vlad does have Wind of Death. No, it's wrong side. It's coming in from over here. Okay. Alright, I'm just trying to think. Are we going to throw all of our forces in here? Because I don't have any artillery. Because what are you on? Okay. I could probably use you to slow them down. But at the same time, I could use you over here. I don't want to use the Penumbral Pendulum. We're better off using Wind of Death.
This world is mine.
Alright, that is their left flank. Which means their forces will be coming... Come on, where's the line? I can barely see it. It's there somewhere. Okay. So yeah, they'll be coming from here all along here. Now they'll have gyrocopters, of course, so we need to make sure they don't show up. Hang on, that's not correct. But basically, we just don't want them to even get on the battlefield. Are we gonna want to do a Wind of Death here? I'm not sure. That should have all of our bases covered, but I'm not certain. Alright, we'll just see how... Hang on. See how this goes. So yeah, these are all like Longbeards and shit. Let's wait for the gyrocopters to show up before we start sending them in. That's it. Just get them off the battlefield, really. Okay, and then Vlad. Might hit some of our own units there. It's not the most perfect alignment ever, but I don't want to hit my own units. Yeah, that wasn't perfect. 100 kills is alright though. Alright, go annoy them. Alright. Yeah, I should have done it on this side here, but I'll get another chance in a moment. Oh shit. Don't have enough Winds of Magic yet. That's okay, we're not really under a lot of pressure, so we're fine. I mean, they're ages away from us, these ones. We can already see the balance of power's like even. And we're about to absolutely whoop these guys' ass. All we gotta do is wait for some Winds of Magic. I could do a non-overcasted one. I need 21 or 23 Winds of Magic, I'm not sure. I think I need 21. This way I need a Necromancer. Alright, Vargeist are done, but I don't want to send them down here. Just let the Graveguard do that thing. Okay, can we do it now? Yes, we can. Okay. Alright, just be careful we don't hit our own troops with this, because it can kill them. Try to go for the biggest cluster of their forces. And then... I don't really think they could have gone a whole lot better there. Good. Alright, that's their army. Well, their biggest army dealt with. Now, while I would normally recommend, of course, skeleton spamming, yeah, obviously Graveguard will perform a lot better than a regular skeleton spam army, but it's just a matter of money. If you can afford it and you want to do that, then it's totally fine. I could have done this with skeleton spamming as well, I just would have taken way more casualties. Alright. Let's get organized. That's the only guy that got away. Alright, no more casting until we hit 30 Winds of Magic. And we'll definitely want to cast another Wind of Death with Vlad. We could just go charging right into that. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, this one here is the most damage. Let's try to keep him alive. So I'll keep him sort of like in the rear.
All shall perish.
Blood magic! We are immortal.
It shall be done.
Come on, do it. Alright, so it's not that great, whatever. I think that's essentially the Amber Spear. Doesn't matter too much if this guy gets over there, but if we can do some damage to him now, then, you know, let's do it.
Victory is mine.
Alright, we got enough for another Wind of Death.
Lord of the dead.
Alright, just let that guy go.
It shall be done.
We surpass Naga.
Alright, so I think what we're going to want to do is try to get rid of their missile units. So using Vlad, what we can do is have them shoot at him, and while they're shooting, they're going to be standing still, making it easier for us to actually get the Wind of Death casted. And if we can get them to cluster in, because they usually don't care about how much they blow up while they're shooting. Like, that's decent there. Just wondering if we can do better.
Wings. With haste. On death's wings.
It's decent, but it's not amazing. I don't really like that. Let's see if we can get a bit better. Just pull back a little bit more. Buy Vlad a little bit of extra time.
Von Karstein. With haste. On death's wings. With haste. On death's wings. With haste. On death's wings.
Got the 30 wins, but
With haste.
I'm just not
It is
sure.
done.
Okay, I got an idea. What if I pop down the vampire here, lock them down, and then cast the Wind of Death on her?
Blood von Karstein. All shall bow before me.
Okay, I think this will work. If I cast it in this direction here.
Bring death.
Yeah, it was okay. That one took a lot of damage though. Not because of the Wind of Death, but just in general.
The new order.
End them.
She needs to go back and heal for a bit. Get these to come around here and try and get their missile units.
Vampire. End them.
Actually, just stay back. I need them to hurry up.
Attack.
That's it. Let's get rid of these missile units. The Vargas should have no problem killing them.
I am busy.
Try and get around their back there. At the very least, to stop them from shooting.
Vampire.
Alright, we could pop another Wind of Death down, but it seems like... I reckon the army loss penalty will be inflicted really soon. It might actually be better if we actually start healing our own troops.
Blood Knights.
So I'll just save up the Winds of Magic, and we'll consider actually healing them rather than damaging the enemy, because we've still got more fights to do, although this is the hard part here.
Swiftly. Strike them.
It's important to run these ones down, because if we don't kill them now, we have to kill them later.
Blood von Karstein.
I'm in your thrall.
She'll still be able to heal next time we have a fight, so it doesn't matter if she's a bit damaged. But actually, just pull her out anyway. This one's got really badly hurt, pull it out. Might be able to revive that. I think we should prioritize trying to revive the Vargas over the Graveguard. Second thought, change my mind. There's a good opportunity there for Wind of Death. Oh, they just got the army loss penalty. It was still a good cast, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. Alright. Still gonna try and run them down.
Blood Knights. For Sylvan.
Now, we might have another opportunity to draw out the garrison so we don't have to siege, because vampire counts are not the best at dealing with sieges most of the time.
Give them death. Kneel before your master.
And we gotta get Vlad some magic so that he can heal. This is where a necromancer would have really helped. Right, get this one over here. I think we're better off using just regular Hex, because if we overcast, we've got a chance of hitting, miscasting, I guess. Plus, we should be able to get just like a base level of revival from just casting magics anyway.
Blood dragons. Give them death. Blood Knights.
The Von Karsteins march.
We thirst.
Yeah, definitely want to prioritize those Iron Breakers. No, don't cast it yet, because if we cast any more spells, we're not going to get any more base regeneration. It's going to be slower for this to come into effect. But we have to cast our spells before this dude here leaves the battlefield. We can maybe slow him down a little bit if the Vargas are bothering him.
Master of the undead.
Oh no, maybe I'll overcast it. We'll see. If Vlad's in there as well, I guess he'll get regeneration, even if it does miscast. Just get one more load of arcane conduits off, just so we can really try to boost our numbers back up. I don't think we're going to get this to 18 Winds of Magic, so we can get 2 of them. But what I could do is cast a overcasted and then just a regular one. Good, didn't miscast. And hopefully we can revive some of these. I'm not going to get all of them back, because we started off with 15, so we can't get any more than that.
Vlad von Karstein.
But if they don't actually revive any entities, which they didn't, then that was pointless. Come on, there we go. We got one back. Ah, it's better than nothing. It's more than they're getting back. So yeah, what we did to the first army, the one that we, essentially ambushed, that was great. That army just didn't stand a chance in that situation. And like all their cannons and stuff, it just was all counted for nothing. Most of them probably got away. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Because I reckon they're going to be pushed in the wrong direction, and they're not going to be able to support Mt Gunbad. So they're now no longer relevant. Let's get some extra replenishment. I was hoping I could draw out the garrison, but everyone's been pushed out of the way.
King of Darkness. I'm a rune lord, not some...
So if we capture this, we have to keep in mind that they will probably try to besiege the settlement again over the end turn.
Von Karstein. All shall know me.
Lightning Strike might have been useful with this army. I'm not sure if that's what you want to do, so I'm not going to put any additional points in. I'll just leave it as it is. And, let's make this attack. Okay, we can just auto-resolve this now. Go. And it's probably going to revolt anyway, so loot and occupy. Alright, now we just got to get rid of the rest of the dwarfs. But there's also a lot of other things going on, so I don't know what you were... Oh. No, actually there isn't a lot of other things going on. How are you playing a von Costing campaign and only being at war with the dwarves? That's actually really impressive. Well, there's nothing more I can do for him this turn, but definitely next turn. Alright, let's have a look at construction, and maybe we can... see about... Ugh. Put this in a minor settlement. Same thing with this. It maxes out at tier 3. Put this in a oh no. Oh no. Inefficient. This one, minor settlement, dude. Minor settlement. You don't have public order problems. Just... yeah. Are you selling any of this wine by any chance? No. Why are you building it then? No one likes the vampires. You're not going to trade it. You don't need the public order. Get rid... Oh, no. If you want to build it, put it in here. Oh, dear. Okay. Because you've got other things in here that you need to get. Okay. So... I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But it's just... if you want to be efficient, that's just like the wrong way around. Nothing wrong with building these buildings. Just... well, except for that one. You just don't need it. Okay, if you're not selling off the wine, it's worthless. Especially because public order's fine. What do you got here? Tax rate, that's fine. You don't need this. You don't. Well, hang on. You put it there for a reason. Again, you should have it in a minor settlement, but... oh... yeah, whatever. Should really get these. Do you have a necromancer at all? Oh my god. Oh. 110 turns and no necromancer. Oh boy. What level 1 recruit rank? Oh boy. That's I just gotta end the turn. I'm just gonna walk away from this. Okay, just I can't look at it anymore. Oh. Oh my god. 110 turns with no necromancers. Oh boy. Like, don't get me wrong, you did well. You did well. But, oh boy. No necromancers. You're missing out. You're missing out. Necromancers are amazing. So yeah, they'll besiege the settlement, but they won't launch the attack. Your garrison at Nashrak's Lair should be able to handle that. So yeah, like I was saying, if you really want to put a barracks here, do it this way. Okay, and put that building in here, because it reaches tier 4. Yeah, you don't need the wine, so that's already way more efficient. And look, you don't need to be at plus 12 as long as that's at plus 1 now, or even to 0, it's fine. So, just it's not a legendary difficulty, obviously. It's on very hard. So yeah, you just had no use for that wine. No one's gonna trade with you. Probably. Oh, I can't auto resolve that. Okay, biggest pro. I think they merged their guys. All right, let's do this. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll just go in there and just clean them up. Don't think I'll be able to wipe them out because they're. I thought all of their forces were going to converge on Mt Gunbad, but they didn't do that. So it's probably going to be a couple of turns until they're actually fully defeated. But they have no means to capture any of your settlements, especially when this army here dies. Alright. Alright. Damaged ones. So anything under 80 we'll keep in reserve. Because we don't need to use excessive force here. Just keep them in reserve.
Crush the breathers!
See if I can just get a Wind of Death down straight away. Probably not.
Blood von Karstein. It is done.
As inevitable as death!
Just get the gyrocopters out of here.
The von Karstein's march!
Bring death.
Where's Storgrim? Yeah. Try and lower his attack a bit. So yeah, dwarves are very overrated when it comes to auto resolves. But when you get into the battlefield, if it was even slightly in your favor, you'll see that you'll probably whoop their ass.
Your desire? We are immortal!
Yeah, just get the gyrocopters busy. Once they lose all their ground forces, they'll be forced to retreat anyway.
I thirst. I will.
But yeah, goddammit, get yourself some fucking necromancers, man. Holy shit. Did we even kill any of them there? No, they just routed.
By Van Hell! Swiftly! With haste! Swiftly!
Thorgrim Grudgebearer is a really good fighter. Even going up against Vlad, he'll hold out for ages.
Attack!
And I don't need to do that. Send them over here. The guy just doesn't want to go down. Right, make sure you finish him off so we don't have to fight him again. But yeah, if you're in the situation where there's loads of enemies around a settlement, it might be better to actually draw them out in the field. It just depends on which faction you're playing as. Like if you're playing as a faction that's got lots of artillery, it might actually be easier for you to siege the settlement, because sieging is actually easier in most cases than actually field battles. But the vampire accounts, for example, they excel at field battles, and they're shit at sieges, because they don't have artillery. Artillery makes sieges easy, for the most part. Your money's fine, kind of. Yeah, there'll be a revolt here over the end term, but they're not likely to besiege the settlement.
The von Garstein. Massacre them!
Alright, that's more or less the end of them. Wherever their other forces went,
Float in darkness.
you'll be able to handle it. Like these ones here, the garrison at Nashrak's lair, let me just see. I mean, what you could do as well is just recruit a lord just to handle it. If I was going to recommend anything, I'd recommend a Strigoi. Where are the Strigois? Do you not have the DLC for the vampires? You don't have Grim in the Grave? Dude, you gotta get yourself Grim in the Grave. That's probably why you didn't bother with Necromancers. Because they... yeah, okay. Alright, well fair enough. Alright. But I highly recommend, if you're going to play Vampire Accounts, get the Grim in the Grave DLC. Oh great, now I'm a salesperson for CA. But anyway, that's the end of today's video. These dwarves are more or less done. It'd only take a couple of turns to finish them off, but I don't want to deal with the other stuff that he's doing on his campaign, because he's doing things way different to how I would want to do it. But, see, I would just reform most of what he's doing, but I don't want to ruin, I don't want to mess up his campaign that much, because he's probably just going to keep doing whatever he wants to do. Anyway, that's the end of this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learnt something. If you have, maybe hit us a sub if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.